Let's get it on. Here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, it's showtime. Everybody away. Hey, I like this group. Hey, have fun out there, man. Honestly, I'm riding with these folks. Really, I'm gonna have a good time.
Guys, I did it. I made it. I completed Scott's death ride without actually dying. The ride itself was super hard. The most challenging thing that I wrestled with was my own brain. And I kind of knew that would be the case, right? But there were at least 3 significant points where I just about turned it in and jumped on the bus to go back to the starting point. But knowing that I had worked so hard through all the training rides, I'd spent so much time away from my family, and also, you know, shared so much of the story with you guys along the way, it was super important for me to just keep pushing on. Ended up riding a total of 103.3 miles. That is a lifetime longest for me, and I'm super proud of myself. You know, thinking back of where the story started was meeting with Eric Dowds and Annalisa Vandenberg here at the My Sugar office. There was talk then of getting me signed up for the ride, but I was not interested at all. When they talked to me about joining the ride that day, it was pretty much a no. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it. But, you know, I was saying no. But the turning point was when Eric said, you know, you don't have to ride 100 miles. And that's when I started to think about it seriously. Got the bike tuned up, started doing some training rides. Coach Pat was a huge help along the way, not only in, you know, setting up the rides and leading the rides, but just in teaching me about cycling and tips and tricks along the way. And I struggled big time with mechanical issues midway through the training. Everything from, you know, I think there was one day I had 3 flat tires in a day. Then I started to break spokes on my back wheel and just really fell into a big training slump there. It was hard to pull myself out of, and it shook my confidence up quite a bit, actually. I think it's a beautiful story of perseverance and kind of stubborn determination. There were these just hard moments. You know, there's Death Valley is famous for the winds that go through there, and there was a point where I was riding against a headwind and going uphill too, and it just felt so impossible that I thought, boy, when I get to the next rest stop, that's it. This is not fun anymore. I don't have any reason to keep doing this. But I got to that next rest stop. The guys there, it's time for the cutoff, and if you're going up to Jubilee Pass, you got to get moving right now. And I mean, I cut it really close, and I was very tempted to use that as an excuse to you know, turn around and head back. That would have still been a very significant ride. That would have been 80, you know, a little over 80 miles. I thought about all the training that I had done. I thought about all the time I spent away from my family during the training, and I needed to push through and go. So I was able to climb Jubilee Pass. It's a long, steady hill, and then I thought, again, I'll be able to sit up there at the rest stop and just gather my wits, because it was intense. But again, it was like, all right, it's time to turn around and head back, because we're racing the clock at this point. So, you know, I was able to stay just in front of the sweeper vehicle by 10 or 15 minutes, I think, but it was close. It feels incredible to think I started this whole thing 17 weeks ago, which doesn't seem like that far or that long ago, and it really isn't, right? So it's amazing what you can do when you set a goal and push yourself, and you surround yourself with helpful people and teammates. So with that, thank you again.
Woo! You done it. Yes.